Your pedal.
Wait a minute.
Okay, that was a lot of money. Okay, let's not lose that. Anyways, good morning, good evening, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Today, my dear friends, we are figuring out if the doctors in the US are making more money or those in the UK are making more money. Which group of millennial doctors can afford the expensive avocado toast? Or they have to settle for bread, jam, and jelly? Okay, wow. This is my salary book. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Woo-hoo. Anyways, first, let's talk salaries. In the US, doctors are raking it in with an average annual earnings of around 313 US dollars. That is around 245,000 British pounds. Meanwhile, in the UK, doctors earned between 80,000 pounds to around 150,000 pounds annually, which is approximately 100,000 to 190,000 US dollars. Now, this is nearly half, but before you book your one-way ticket to the US, let's dig deeper. I'm showing you this from physiciansweekly.com, and here they are also saying, United States, you are making around 316,000 US dollars per year, and in the UK, it comes down to around 138,000 US dollars.
Hey mom, let's go to the US. I'm not waiting for the rest of the video. I'm just gonna go to the US, okay?
Oh dear, let's see what this guy has to say a little more. The price of living, the cost of living. Let's talk about what it actually costs to live your dream life as a doctor, as a physician. Now, the average cost of living in the US is about 9.2% higher than the UK. That's just in general, right? In the US, on average, the rent is 20 to 30% higher compared to the UK. So while you might be earning a little bit more in the US, you will definitely be paying a lot more. Well, not a lot more, but still more for that penthouse apartment that you are looking for. So remember, it is not just all about the Benjamins or the Franklin D. Roosevelts on your, dollar bills. It also depends upon, can you actually get something for these things? So if you want to eat out at an inexpensive restaurant, so in the UK, you're spending around $18, $19. In the US, it's around $20. Let's check McDonald's. In the UK, McDonald's is costing around $9.50. In the US, the same meal in the US is going to be costing you around $11. Okay, let's check out eggs. Okay, a dozen eggs in the UK around $3.7 and similar price in the US. Now let's check ground beef. I know we all like our beef. In the UK, it is around $6. In the US, it is crossing $7, my friend. It's crossing $7. And now the taxes. So there's only two things in life that is guaranteed. What are they? Well, we all know one is death. You have to die, right? And the second is taxes. Okay, so death and taxes, the only certain things in life. Now in the US, the top earning tax rate changes whether it's a Democratic or a Republican government, right? However, right now it is around the top federal tax rate is 37%. However, for the UK, the top earners face about 45% income tax rate. Americans would be, the maximum tax rate is 37%, but don't forget state taxes. Americans have state taxes which can add up around 13% more depending on the state. Some states such as Florida don't have a state tax. Other states such as California or New York may have a bit more hefty tax. Nevertheless, I have a chart over here by the salarycalculator.co.uk which says that people in the US take home more. Their take-home pay is more compared to their British counterparts, even if their salary amount would be the same. The bottom line. What is the bottom line? The bottom line is quality of life, the net income, the quality of life, right? So after the taxman and the landlord have taken their share, right? What's left? In the US, despite higher salaries, substantial student debt and malpractice insurance premiums do take a heavy bite into their paycheck. However, in the US, they have low tuition fees, maybe even free for most people. And the NHS, the National Health Services, covers malpractice insurance, means that UK doctors will probably have less of a financial stress. But that's not all, my friends. American doctors hate the healthcare system as much as Americans do. And this is one distinction that we have to talk about, because in the US, healthcare is not free. A lot of it is privatized unless you are a veteran. And then you get, the VA health system. However, in the US, you could be spending loads of money on something called premiums that you have to still pay the money out to the insurance company, whether you're sick or not. And then if you get sick, you get to the hospital, you still have a dividend to pay off before insurance actually kicks in. I know, it's a mess. And medical bill related bankruptcies is the most common cause for bankruptcies in the US. A lot of people in the US are bankrupt, regular people, because they were unable to pay, or they paid off all of their medical bills and now they have nothing left. However, the British man can go to the NHS and, not have to pay much, or maybe not pay anything at all. And we all know what happened recently in the US, so some dude shot a CEO of a health insurance company. My God. But here's the prognosis for this video. Remember that whether you are in the land of tea, right? Tea, or the home of the brave, right? The practice of medicine is a noble calling. Just make sure, however, to check your financial pulse before making any transatlantic moves, right? From here to there anyways. Now, if you like this comparison, check out this video where I talk about whether the MD doctor in the US or the DO, the doctor of osteopathy, is the better doctor. Check it out.